in Gaza. We're now 4 hours into a 72-hour humanitarian ceasefire brokered by the United Nations and the United States. A much-needed pause, supposed to be, after the 24-hour Israeli offensive against Hamas and the Hamas rockets going into Israel. We're going to go first now to Simon Mosen live in Jerusalem. Simon, what's the situation?
Well, so far we understand that it is quiet in Gaza. People are slowly but surely coming out with a lot of trepidation. You know, people who've been trapped in shelters, unable to get back home, people who haven't seen their loved ones. And as Secretary of State John Kerry, who's been spearheading the effort to get to this point, to get a ceasefire, he said, you know, they simply need to get back to the vital functions of life. Let's not forget the people that are caught up in the crossfire of all this fighting between the two sides simply haven't been able to get food or water or medical attention. I've been speaking to the Red Crescent, who say their first priority is getting people who are injured, who can't get the treatment they need in Gaza, out and getting medical supplies in, John. And of course, behind the scenes, the crucial politicking that's going on, the diplomacy, the talks, negotiations, Secretary of State John Kerry getting the two sides to agree to A, cessation in fighting, and B, to come to the table for talks. We're expecting those talks to start up in Cairo. We understand a delegation from the Palestinian side is already on its way there, including all the various groups involved representing various factions in Gaza. And then there's an Israeli delegation that's planning to head out there later, watching and waiting to see how that ceasefire holds. But as we know, these ceasefires are incredibly tenuous. The few pauses that we've had over the last few weeks, John, simply haven't stayed in place. 12 hours, the maximum that we've seen so far. So the fact that we're counting this hour by hour as we go through the show, you know, each hour there's another breath, a deep breath taken, another sigh of relief. John?
The question is, will either side instigate? And if there are small outbreaks of violence, will these plans to have the discussions continue? Because they may be more important than anything at this point. Simon Mosen, live for us in Jerusalem. Thanks so much.